Today I am flying solo with Magic Jimmy, producer man behind the window that makes everything sound so great. With today's show, I want to touch on, just the experiences like Jimmy's had and, what other people seem to have as far as a preconception or what their expectations are. Mm-hmm. And, when you got your loan, the market was totally different.
Oh, it was. It was August of 2007.
Oh yeah, light year worlds away.
It was a good time to be a buyer.
Yes,
because I actually negotiated. I gave them full asking price, but I got the seller to pay closing.
Yep. And how much did you put down?
I put down 20%.
But did you have to put any money down? Or do you remember?
I don't remember.
Don't remember?
No.
You just went into it with money down. I remember that.
Right, and I didn't want to pay PMI, which unfortunately I ended up having to pay.
Right.
And the mortgage guy didn't make it to closing, so I was not real happy about that.
The first misconception with most people is the down payment part. Everyone thinks you have to put that 20% down, and it's because they hear the same thing. Hey, you don't want to pay the PMI. Well, then all of a sudden, that gets misconstrued as it's conveyed from one person to the next. And you know what happens there when you tell one story to one person. It gets lost. Mm-hmm. But you can get away with 100% financing today. I mean,
wow.
100% financing, and there was tons of 100% financing options back in 2006 when you bought your house. Mm-hmm. But today, there's really only 2 or 3 compared to, I would say, literally probably 100 back then.
Wow.
So, I mean, the difference there is with the whole crisis that took place with the real estate and the financial market is the rules were much more relaxed, and they allowed more variable kind of things instead of more of a fixed, exact number. So the difference in variances between pre-crisis, let's just stay with the 2006 year as a reference point, and now it's not really that drastically different. It's just more specific, more predictable underwriting guidelines. And as we were stating before, you used to have the stated, or you could even have stated income and verified assets. And stated is, again, just stated income, stated assets. I don't see a pay stub. You don't produce a tax return. You don't produce a W-2. If you're 1099, I don't need to see that. Oh, and I don't need your bank statements either. If you tell me you got $1 million in the bank, so be it.
That's just a little too easy.
Exactly. And I have conversations with clients all the time of, where do you want your payment to be? And that's not like, at first I felt like that was like a car salesman technique or question, and I was really hesitant to say it. But then I explain it to somebody and say, where are you comfortable with your mortgage payment? What can you comfortably afford? And keep in mind, it's not just the rent that you're used to. Now you have trash, pickup, trash collection. You're now responsible probably your water or electricity, which one of those two was probably included in your rent bill previously. You may have gas now because you have gas heat versus all electric appliances and central heat and air in your apartment or wherever you are renting. And then cable, internet, satellite, some of that stuff you might have had at your previous rental place. But then maintenance. That's the big one. It really is, because you buy a home, you're going, oh, I'm good to go, man. It's like, well, how much does it cost to replace a central heat and air unit? I can tell you in my house, $5,500. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money, and people aren't prepared for that. Mm-mm. Also, the underwriting piece, it was property based. So, Jimmy, when they looked at your purchase, they were just looking at the collateral. All right, what's the collateral look like? Yep, nice house. Okay, put in 20% down, done. Mm-hmm. They didn't care anything about you.
No.
I mean, they did, but not like we do now.
Right.
And today, it's all borrower based. There's still some things that are property based, but now it goes back to proving that you can make that payment, because the last thing you want to do is put that 20% down or any amount of money down and then get into a bind and lose the house and the money you put down. I mean, that's just add an insult to injury at that point.